This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on the zone. I believe a Stomping Ground debut for Miss Shannon Courtenay.
Do you know what it is? Yeah.
Why has it taken this long?
Been off, what's the word?
You've been off the scene.
Off the scene.
Off grid.
Off grid. Is
We
that
were
what the cool cats say nowadays? Gen Z, innit? Off the grid.
I'm not a cool cat, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. We were talking just before I pressed record on this. 2022 was the last time that I saw you, the last time we had a chat. So if you can, tell me what on earth's been going on in the last 2 years.
What hasn't been going on? So, obviously boxed in December. That was meant to be like an 8-rounder comeback fight, and then we was going straight into world title after Christmas. So done that, was getting ready, and then the person I was fighting for, and Nina Hughes, I was fighting for a world title, got injured. So Eddie rang me, the fight got postponed. Fine, I was ready to fight, the fight got postponed. So as the fight got postponed, obviously I've carried on training, and then nearing close to the fight, I got an injury. It was my knee again that was playing up. Yeah, I was the one that got slated non-stop because I didn't pull out, just asked for postponement to get my knee sorted again. And then everyone was just, again, slating me for doing this, for doing that. But yeah, no one said a single word to her when she pulled out of the fight for an injury, which happens with athletes. But in the gym every single day, you're going to get an injury. And then obviously I had to go and have more surgery on my knee. And then I've talked about it today already in a couple of interviews, but it's the first time I've openly spoke about it. I was quite ill with my mental health, wound up hospitalised because of it, and just had a bit of a rough time really. So that's what's been going on. And then obviously I done the right process, done the right things, getting myself better. You know, I've always been someone that's been really open about it and talked openly about mental health, and I've always had dips and I've always had struggles, but this time it was the worst, where, you know, I ended up trying to do something quite stupid, but I'm good now. Then I thought I needed to box again, I needed to sort my life out, and I moved my entire life to Liverpool, left behind my friends and family, become a Scouser, and I moved there on the promise of this world title was happening, this was that, and all of it fell through. All of it was just fake promises, false lies, and everything else. And then, thank the Lord. Oh, listen, I went through hell to try and get back in this position. I teamed up with Spencer Brown, who's now my manager, who is the main man in boxing now, and here we are. We got told I was doing the Undisputed tournament. That's if it does happen, it's not going to happen until next year. Spencer said to me, "Do you know what, Shan? Let's just get you out. Show everyone that you're back and you're firing all cylinders. You've been in camp for what feels like 86 years, and then you can just, you know, show everyone you're back, and then get the ball rolling. We'll start chasing world titles next year." So here I am.
Yeah. Right, there's a lot to unpack, so we'll go from start to finish. First off, can I say it's really good to see you sitting here, looking healthy and looking happy after what you told me. So the injury, you said that you felt people spoke differently about you than they did.
It was never broadcasted that she didn't pull out. She asked that she needed a postponement. It was never broadcasted that she had an injury. It was just broadcasted that I did. And then,
why do you think that was?
listen, everyone likes to jump on a bandwagon. People seem to enjoy to down talk me or slate me, and that's fine. I'll be honest. Obviously, like I was just told you, I was ill. When I got ill and I had time to sit down and reflect and go through what I've been through the last however many years, I've been playing up to the cameras for so long now. I'm sick and tired of it. I've been told by different people to do this, do that, get you a bigger following, or make you more money, or get you this. I'm sick of it. I just want to be me. And I played the role of whatever role I was playing to try and get out there more, and it wasn't me. And now when something goes wrong, everyone enjoys kicking me whilst I'm down. But, you know, I'm an idiot sometimes. Well, not now, but I was an idiot, and I made silly mistakes, said stupid things, wasn't a good person, and I was playing a role. This is me. This is just who I am. You know, I'll be, no offence to you, Oscar, I don't enjoy the media side to this job. I don't enjoy the...
No, you know what? You're not the first fighter to say that, and you definitely won't be the last, especially on camera.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'll be honest with you. This is the real me. I would happily get up fight day, no cameras, have a fight, win, go home and have a cup of tea with my mum. That to me is just the perfect job in the world. But I'm also need to take into consideration I'm blessed to be here and I'm blessed to have these kind of platforms that take notice of me. So I need to be grateful for that as well. But this is the real me. I don't enjoy all that. I was playing someone I wasn't, and now I'm just going to be me from now on.
Yeah. So just talking on the injury, I remember when we spoke before your fight in December, you spoke about the rehab process and how it affected you, not even being able to run. You felt like a bit of a recluse, like you couldn't do the stuff that you enjoyed and the stuff that you, basically the things you'd done solely for about, 5-10 years.
All I knew.
Yeah, literally all you knew you couldn't do. And I guess you went through that once again.
What people don't realise is they think it was just an injury what I had. It wasn't. I had to learn to walk again. I was in a wheelchair. Imagine at the age of, 28, 29, having to learn to walk again. Being told you will never box, you might walk normally again one day, but it's going to be a long process. And yet here I am. I just didn't give up. I just kept grinding and working my arse off. But yeah, it's not been an easy ride, that's for sure.
Yeah. Obviously, people will notice that you're fighting on the Boxer show on Saturday. If I can ask, relationship between you and Matchroom, how is that? Did things end a bit sourly, or will you always have good memories of what went on? What's your standing now?
There's some people in Matchroom that are lifelong friends, like my girls, Bella and Alex. They're going to be here Saturday night cheering me on. You can't beat them. There's some amazing people in Matchroom. I couldn't fight because of my injury, and then got offered a fight date. I don't even know if I should say this. Got offered a fight date earlier in the year, and unfortunately it was on the day of my dad's funeral. And I said, can't do it. And then never heard back after that.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You all right? Picking this back up with Shannon Courtenay, I do really appreciate your time.
That's all right. Bringing that back. I'm not going to sit here.
I think people watching this will be able to tell, and I can certainly tell from sitting the other side of this camera, that the whole process has been extremely difficult, and that's probably an understatement.
You're telling me. But I'm not sitting here slating or running down Matchroom, because listen, they offered me a fight on the Dublin show, but I'd literally just moved to Liverpool. I just had a new team. And it was for a world title, and I was like, whoa, I've just been with my new team a few weeks, and you want me to fight in 5 weeks? It's never going to happen. I'm still getting to know my coaches. It was never going to happen. And then obviously, like I said, the next fight that I got offered was on the day of my dad's funeral, which obviously, yeah, that isn't ideal, is it? Let's be honest. And I've not spoken about that before, so. And then, I've just never heard from him since. And it's fine, they offered me two dates. I couldn't do them. So, if that's the end of that relationship, then that's what it is. I'm not speaking bad of them. I wish them, they were good to me, do you know what I mean? I was that way from the start to now, so it is what it is.
Yeah. Talking of opportunities that might have fallen through, or promises that weren't met, one opportunity that gained some real excitement that you mentioned at the start was this undisputed tournament. Now, did you ever believe, looking at that fight poster, that all of these fighters were going to get signed to a tournament contract, we're all going to fight, and all the belts and everything in the weight division was going to be tied up, and we were going to get an undisputed champion? Did you ever believe that was going to happen truly?
Now, let me tell you something. It was done. Every fighter signed a contract, myself included. We all signed the contract. We all knew the next step. Everything was done. I heard about it first months ago. Someone from Lou DiBella's team reached out to me and said, would you be interested? Didn't even ask when, where, the money, nothing. I said, sign me up. That's my path to all the titles. It's just all I dreamed of. And then it went quiet, and I kept texting. Then I've been in camp for so long, so I ended up going to Spain for a week, just over a week. And I was doing a training camp back there, but I just needed to change of scenery. And I was like, I'm going to go to Spain. Went to La Cala with my partner, was training, working my ass, thinking, is this tournament going to happen, is it not? And then we got sent the poster. And I was like, it's done. It's finally over the line. We heard there was Lou DiBella was looking for funding for it. Then we heard it was, what channel was it going to be on? And then I remember Spencer, my manager, saying to me, and Spencer's got his ears on the ground, he's the main man in boxing, he knows what's going on, what's not. And he was like, Shannon, it's still not a done deal, you know. I've got a call with Lou DiBella coming up, but I'll keep you updated. And then just nothing ever coming to fruition with it. So you're grinding your arse off, working away, and then again, nothing happens. So, do I think it's going to happen now? No. If it does, it will happen maybe next year. But people have mandatories they have to fulfil. People have dates. People have lives, and they want to fight. People have bills to pay. You know, you can't sit around waiting for someone to come up. We've got things to do. And then in the end, Spencer went, let's just get you on this show, and then we can charge forward. Then we're not waiting around for someone else to hold your journey in their hand, and not even have the audacity to give you an update about it. So we're just going to take things into our own hands now.
Talking of Spencer, you're right when you say he's the main man at the moment. It must be pretty cool to see the man who's guiding your route back to world titles sitting next to His Excellency, in with Frank, Eddie and Ben Shalom. Almost like the middleman.
Buster Rhymes.
And Buster Rhymes. It cracked me up when in that interview that he done with Charlie, he went, yes, Bus, as if they've known each other.
Called him Buster. I was like, my guy.
Pulled a nickname for Buster Rhymes after meeting him once. But the fact that he's like a middleman in the middle of all these kind of big players, and that's a man guiding your career. So you must look at that and be like, yeah, I'm actually in great hands now.
No, I'm blessed. Listen, I didn't think I was going to get to fight again, and I was just in an absolute shit show, and I didn't know what was going on. And then had a good chat with Wardy, and then had a good conversation with Spencer, and then Spencer invited me down to his house, and he's just... You've got a lot of people in boxing, they're just obsessed with the money side and making the big fights, and they don't really have a heart, some of them. Spencer's got a heart, and he wants to see fighters get what they deserve, which is the most beautiful thing about him. He wants to see good fights, but he also wants to see the fighters rewarded for it. And with him, the whole way through, he's like, Shannon, don't panic, it's going to be fine, just get this one fight out of the way, and then we're going to be chasing world titles, and I'll get you in Saudi, I'll get you this, I'll get you what you deserve. So I'm very lucky to have him in my life, and he's just, like I said, he's a good person with a good soul. Him and Gold Star, they're fantastic to me. I'm very lucky.
Yeah. So you must have watched Sky Nicholson, Raven Chapman the other day make history as the first two females to fight for a world title in Saudi. I thought that is a serious possibility for me. That's on the cards for me. If things go well, I win here, look good, perhaps one more. I don't know what the route's going to be, but you must have looked at that and thought, that's where I'm going to be.
I'll be in Saudi next year.
Yeah.
When's the next build? December. Be nice to get on that, you know. They did them little
hinting at some Fury Usyk.
They did them little pre-shows.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Don't they? When they have a few fights on like the Wednesday or Thursday. I mean, be nice to get out there, Spencer.
I've heard. I know they normally do 3 fights. I've heard of 2 that are potentially on the cards. If there's a space, Spencer.
I mean, we've had a couple of conversations. Be nice to get His Excellency to put me on his show before Christmas, then our family's going to be getting more than just a hug for Christmas this year.
Have you been to Riyadh? Yeah.
Yes, I've been to Saudi. I was invited out there for the Tommy Fury Jake Paul fight.
Oh, okay.
So I was there for that. But that's when it wasn't His Excellency then. It was a different platform, and even then I remember that there wasn't the best atmosphere, but the buzz around it and the money they pumped in, it was just the production, the show, it was just amazing. And now Turkey Street's taken it to a whole new level, so I'm excited to be part of it. Not if, when I'm part of it, I'm excited.
Yeah. Talk to me about this move to Liverpool. You said you kind of flipped your life upside down, left friends, left family, but you're in Liverpool now, and I guess you seem settled and happy.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I'm not quite sure you're a Scouser yet.
I mean,
you can't forget your roots. I'm sure your friends will be watching this and going, "Oh no."
I don't see. Do you see yourself as a Cockney?
I'm not. I'm from West London, so.
But like the way we talk, I don't see myself as a Cockney. But to everyone in Liverpool, I'm the. I'm the Cockney.
Yeah, they do like impressions of Phil Mitchell and Danny Dyer, as if like that's what we all talk like. Yeah.
Like they all think you just walk around saying like apples and pears. But I'm just the adopted Scouser, the Cockney in Liverpool. But yeah, do you know what? I've met some of the most amazing people I've ever met in my whole entire life in Liverpool. I mean, I've met a few whoppers as well, but I've met some fantastic people. And the Scousers, I give them one thing, they bloody get behind their city and they get behind their people, and I'm very lucky that they've kind of embraced me as their own, and they've got behind me as well. So, yeah, it's what a city.
Yeah.
I've still got my place in London, and I still come home because I'm very much.
So you haven't forgotten us just yet.
Definitely not, and I'm not going to be. Listen, I've still got my house in London. I'm still very much a mummy's girl, so the minute I come home, I don't even go to my house, go straight to hers. And be like, Mum, whack the kettle on. So yeah, I never forget my roots, that's for sure. But if I throw a few words in there like boss or whatever, I don't mean to. It's just been ingrained.
No, that's what we're gonna get. You're gonna win, and then on your post-fight interview on Sky, you're gonna go, "How boss was that performance?" You've even got red nails. Oh no!
Listen, fight week tradition, red nails always. And I'm not a red, I'm not a blue. I'm neither. I'm very much.
I like it, non-divisive to those listening.
Not a red, I'm not a blue. I mean, my fella's an Everton fan, but I know. Talk about depressing Saturdays, Jesus.
Can't all be perfect. Oh yeah, God, it must have been some depressing Saturdays. So what are we going to get in the ring on Saturday night from you?
I'm a different fighter now because I'm now.
Is that because you're enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. I'm happy. I've got an understanding of myself now, and the great thing about John, my coach, is. Listen, I've trained with coaches all around the world. I've been to Vegas, I've been to Mexico, I've been to the Philippines, I've been to Thailand. I've worked with so many different coaches. John's the first coach that I've done pads with, and within 20, 30 seconds, I was like, this is my dancing partner. We just gelled instantly. And don't get me wrong, we've been in camp together, and we've been up and down thinking we're going to fight, and there's been tears, there's been arguments, there's been a lot. And he's definitely someone that puts me in my places, which is what I need. But he's never stopped believing in me, and he's stood by me this whole process, and you're going to see a very explosive, hard-hitting Shannon on Saturday.
Yeah. I'll end by asking this question. So let's just say for the sake of this question that the Undisputed tournament isn't on the table. Who's the number one on the hit list?
Anyone with a world title.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But let's just do one thing, Oscar.
Our old grudge is still there.
I don't care anymore for grudges.
You want to become a two-time world champion?
I'm happy and I'm healthy in my own self. This fight Saturday night is just me getting back out of there. It's not listen, I'm not getting down to championship weight because I don't need to. I'm just going to go there and enjoy it, show when I'm back. Next year, if a few grudges reignite, then that's down to them. I'm not playing that game anymore. I just want to win all the belts, couple of defences, make some money, throw my phone in the bin, get a Nokia, no social media, and sail off into sunset and have a family. That's the great escape. That's the plan.